Hello, gamers. It's me, Chase, with another devlog here. I'm building a 2D platformer that's hopefully going to be a mix of cyberpunk and fantasy. And I'd like the player to be able to kill a lot of things. Anyways, I'm still new at game dev, so I'm learning, but I want to share some progress. Yeah, yeah. So what I did today was add coins, like collectibles. So this little blue guy is my character, and just so you know, the this top box is like the game view, so you can see the entire scene or like the level. Whereas like if you see that white box, that's the camera, and that's what you see down here. So when I play, um, and also real quick, I just want to point out. So like this is the player right here, the blue thing. And then he has a variable called coins collected. I'm calling these white things coins. And so when I play, boop boop, see, they get collected. It's cool, right? Boop boop, boop boop. Oh, oh, and I died. But you can see that he collected 9. So I collected 9 coins. So to do that, there's a few things we had to do. Um, one was we made like a really, I don't know, obviously just a really simple coin. It was just a circle in Photoshop, imported it. And we had to add in a box collider 2D, which is this green box right here. And what that does is essentially say, um, it makes it so you can collide with this object or, you know, move into it. And then I also put is trigger. So if I didn't have is trigger, you'd like run into the circle and you wouldn't be able to move it. When you put it as is trigger, it just means that that green box goes from a wall to like a force field, so that if you walk through it, it lets Unity know that, hey, you are in this field, you are in this force field, but it doesn't block you from going through it. So that's important. Um, and then we also, so on top of doing the box collider 2D, we created a script, a collectible script, and that is over here on the left. What we've got on here is um, essentially the main thing right now is this part. And it's the on trigger enter 2D collider collision. I wouldn't be able to explain this just yet. I just know that this is what we're using. And essentially, if in this collision box, right, a game object named player, again, let me point you to here, player, which is the blue guy, right? Our player. If player, this game object, goes into this colliding box, then something will happen, right? So if that happens, this stuff will happen. What this does, game object set active false, is saying, I want you to set this circle to be false. Why do we want that? Well, when you pick up something in a game, it disappears from the screen. So that's what we're doing. We're making the coin that you picked up disappear. Just so you know, hey, I picked it up. Um, and so that's all that that's doing. Um, we're not deleting the game object. Like, it still will be here in the hierarchy. There's ways you can like delete things. No, we're just like setting it as inactive. And then the second thing is we are, and so like that's all you have to do to mimic the visuals of collecting, right? And then now I'm going to be starting to build, um, like an inventory, and that's kind of what you saw over here when it said like 9 coins collected. Um, and so this essentially says like, um, when, so it's still in the if statement. So this is still, this happens when this is triggered. So when a player um, collides with this box, right? We want you to find the game object named player down here, this blue guy, and find the variable within that game object, coins collected, right here, and increase it by 1. Plus equals is just incrementing the number by 1. And so, one second. My son is stirring, so I'm just going to rock him a little bit with my feet. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing to mimic collecting. Next, I'm going to make like a UI where it would maybe like show like on your screen how many coins you have. And I don't necessarily know if coins are going to be a thing in my game, but collectibles will be. And so like this is a basic way of getting that put in. Oh gosh, I keep dying in my own game. But yeah, that is an update, and maybe you learned something. Maybe you just like looking at a handsome game dev. Just kidding. I'm taken, everyone. Happily married. Anyways, I think that's it. Talk to you later.